Hello everyone and welcome back. So this is a follow-up video to my previous one where I showed you how to solo farm pinnacles. In the previous video I showed how I was farming solo ops on Caldera on my hunter, and I promised I would make a solo farm guide to do pinnacle ops on Titan, because this is better, since here when you do this you get the Bushido armor set instead of the other one that's like worthless. So this has a better set bonus than the other one. So we are going to farm Kel's Fall for pinnacles. So the first advice I would give is to not run the highest difficulty you can possibly choose. So for example, for me the highest I can enter is Grandmaster. Even if I remove these modifiers from GM, I will still be 40 light ender, and this will give me 362 light pinnacles. However, if I launch on Master and I have here some modifiers, it will still be 362. The only difference is that I have a lesser chance to get higher tier gear, I think, but the light level, the power level of the pinnacles will be the same as long as it's 8 tier reward. So these are my best, my favorite modifiers. Have Threaded and Avalanche. Shroud kind of bothers me a little bit sometimes. Front Shields also is bothersome if you are not using the Scout or if you are not consecrating them. Front Shields can be a problem. Threaded and Avalanche are no problem whatsoever if you don't get hit by the stasis. Next up we have Subtle Foes. This will make enemies invis and we will see them anyway, so this is not a problem. We have a Hot Step, so when enemies die, higher tier enemies, when they die they drop a fire pool on the ground. There's very few higher tier enemies and we can definitely see the fire pool on the ground, so this will not be an issue. Void Shielded Scorn, and we are using a void weapon, so this is also not an issue. I die with one consecration anyway, because with the correct modifiers we achieve 8 tier, 362, and we are at light, so we do significantly increased damage. They 100% get one-shotted by the consecration. Finally, we have the Juicer, a lightning crystal trade-off, so this will give you more arc and stasis abilities and you take more damage for those enemies. So this will give us more glacier grenades and more thrusters with the build I'm going to use. Using those abilities will proc Inmost Light to get even more consecrations, will make ability spam way more easier and way more fun IMO. So here we run no heavy at the start, so we can be at light instead of 10 ender, which is not a problem, but being at light is very advantageous compared to having heavy and being 10 ender. So that's it basically for the modifiers. For the build and loadout here, I'm running Mint Retrograde, Third Iteration, Eager Edge with Syntoceps and Inmost Light on a Behemoth Consecration Titan. To make the final boss consistently one phaseable, I would recommend running the regular Syntos and Tractor Cannon. Tractor him, you go crazy with Behemoth Super. It's 100% a one phase. But here, if you go with an Eager Edge sword and Syntos Inmost Light, you get way more consecrations and way more speed with Eager Edge. So the way to the final boss will be faster, and final boss can be a two-phase. Way faster to final boss, longer final boss. And if you're on Tractor with normal Syntos, harder to final boss, less abilities, but final boss will be 100% at one phase. It's all up to you. So dim link to this would be in the pinned comment. You guys can just click copy and use similar setup if you want. We are going to launch the mission to show you how the gameplay will look. I'm not sure, I'll try my best to do commentary because I have a harder time commentating when I'm playing harder content. This is not solo ops where I can easily do comment. I soloed this before on expert, like in day one of its release, so like I'm very familiar with this since the release of this exotic mission when we got Slayer Fang for the first time. I remember having to enter the piano saxophone codes. We were like looking for the codes in the wall in the jumping puzzle, and like I think Scarrow was the first one to solve the a final jumping puzzle code thing, and then we entered the code at the entrance. I'm very glad they removed all of that because I couldn't like bother looking back to like find the picture of the codes that I had to enter them again in the big piano. If you know about the piano, you know about the piano. If you are a new player, you don't have to know about the piano. In a business round. Alright, so that's it basically. I'm very close to getting a heavy good drop. So I keep sprinting here to not lose my sprint speed, the speed booster. And you can just go like this. Just keep sprinting even if you hit the wall, so you don't lose the bonus. Since we don't have a garage yet, this is our tech to move faster. You could stop for a little bit, not go away as soon as you start sprinting. So you do have like a little time window to shoot things. So here, I'd recommend floating a little bit. Just ignore these guys. Since we are at life, like ain't no way they kill us even if they hit all bad shots. And here we're looking for the two like light candles thingies. So this is one. Then you need the second one to open the door. It should be like here. But not here, it will be like here. Alright, so door will open and we get a rally. And just like that, we know heavy modifier will stop being an issue. Rally will be at the start of the next encounter. Sprint boost is for sure very nice. We made it to the first encounter. Pop the banner. I like to kill these captains so they don't bother me when I take them back here. Then we'll go to the other realm. And we get 10 motes. So kill this guy. We're on 180. I remember this guy being an overlord champion in experts. Expert like way back. Okay, so now I have 10 modes. I have the buff to kill the little ogres. I'm going to look back. I am playing at light, so there is no way in any universe to survive the one concentration. If you are at the perfect distance, the right click is better. If you are not at the right distance to spawn the whistles and the hit, I think the normal punches left click is better. But I'm not a behemoth man. Multi-yard with transcendence. Nice one. I'm now using the holster for my special base, my bad. I should use the strand holster here instead of void. I was using Quar of 1, that's why I have the void mods instead of the strand mods. So we wait for the animation to finish, we get the chest and we can move on. I wish I could get amplified here or like keep the boost. I didn't even notice the second boss. So you don't have to wait for this will go to the postmaster. So for like speed's sake, you can just go. The thing I like about these like chests after each encounter, they are not dropping pinnacles, but you can dismantle them for the blue cores, the blue enhancement cores. And if you play on all 3 characters, you'll be running very low on the blue cores. And if you play on only one character, you find yourself like always at a very surplus. You have like 4 digits of those blue cores, but if you play on all 3 characters, you'll be running like very low on the blue cores, talking from experience. So here, just drop down instantly. Then we float to the wheel. This is the perfect timing. Drop on the pipe. Drop here. So here, when you drop down, look at your radar. If you see the red dots here of the sweeps, so they can spawn and not block with the sword. Do not get clapped by them. Blocking by the sword is a tactical move. Otherwise, you die to them. Even at light level, they do so much damage, you still get clapped by them anyway. So maybe you're on a glaive too. Like if you block with the glaive, you also live. And I don't know if it's like necessary to light all the 3 candles in the normal realm. But I remember it being necessary when this mission got introduced, so I keep doing it anyway. Because the location of these 3 candles in the normal realm are like constant, they don't change. The locations of the candles in the pink realm here will change. So I kill these motherfuckers. The thing I like about Behemoth so much is after your super finish, you get all of the 3 melees back, which is awesome. So this is the only way, only place where sub-plateaus might be a problem because you don't see the explodable little acolytes. Little creeps, cursed walls. So check the spot. If he's not here, you can check the next spot that is here. If it's not here, you can move. I clapped both of them down. I got no candles here? That is crazy. They must all be here, yeah. Sorry to bother your dryers. Okay, it's underneath. This is the second one. And third one should be across. You gotta keep an eye on the radar to see if the ads are there, and they are. I mean, this is the final spot, so they're like, of course, in this place by process of elimination. So that's basically for the candles in the pink realm, and then we can move to here. Last one. So we'll open and then we'll move to kill the boss. And then take a right. Good to go. I'll show you what I mean by these chests are really good to farm the blue cars. So I'll get this drop. So it is tier 2 at 349. I am 59, so this is under me, but if I dismantle it, I get 500 blue cars, which I'm always like low on. I got like 1k, dude. Because I play on all characters, I have to like level up different gears, different armor sets on all 3 characters. So like bringing something up from 10 or 200 to like 350 is very expensive. So if they bother you, you can go in this with the scout by getting a kill with full ADS. stop my movements. Ooh, non-stop moving. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's behind the little pit. Some Kung Fu, dude. Some in-air Kung Fu. Some Titan Shaolin. Anyway, I get to rally. So here the strat is very simple, just like use your super on the boss and GG's. Maybe twice. You could technically one-phase him with, again, normal Cintos and Tractor. I'm not running that, so this could be two-phase. I like the new Igorech now. Like, if he was pre-nerf, I would, like, track the boss right there. But since they nerfed the track, then I think I've moved what I wanted to go. Okay, now what is not coming in this down? Respect my privacy. Shoot up on the door now. Yeah, so I missed the timing. So here, we technically could make sure to kill both champions. Before picking the 10 mods. Go, go, go. Nice. So, if you are like, I think 20 lights under, you cannot do this with this setup. You have to like one tractor and the regular Cintos. Anyways, we got double drops, and they are both 62, and I am 59, so they're like +3. Technically Pinnacles, and this is not what I want anyway, and this is also not what I want. So you could use this to level up your stuff. So yeah, that's it basically for this. I don't know how much, how long was that? In 15 minutes. So technically 7 minutes per drop. And here the loot from Pinnacle Ops is objectively better than solo ops because you get the pulse, which is absolutely the best weapon this season, IMO. And then you get Outrageous Fortune, and you get the Bushido armor set that has a crazy set bonus that allows you to heal when switching weapons, rotating weapons. And yeah, dim link to my setup would be again in the pinned comment. Make sure to switch these mods to Strand to reload your pulse every now and then. I didn't use it so much, but you can technically use it to take down the birds very fast in the little staircase, or maybe at the boss. And yeah, that's it basically for the video. Drop a like and comment, help out with the algorithm. So for more, see you on the next one. Good luck farming, and I'm out.